Mike, check a 1 2, a 1 2 2. Ow. Yeah, it's your girl, Dior Ashley Brown, founder and MC of the DC Music Summit. Y'all, we gonna bring Domino Saints. Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, people? What's up, girl? How you doing?
Uh-oh.
Just go old school, girl.
Okay, gotta go old school. We was trying to bring in that track, but could y'all hear the track?
Yeah, we didn't hear it.
You
No.
can hear back. You can hear part of it.
Turns up, hold up.
I'm like, I saw you vibing, and
You
I'm
were
like,
vibing.
no, I want to vibe with you.
I was vibing, man. It's so cool.
There you are. They're gonna be so mad at me, but that's okay. Cause where can they get that? Where can they get that booyah?
That's called BUYA. It just came out. It's on all the platforms. And actually, right now, we're celebrating that. That song is going to come out, well, on the FIFA 21 soundtrack for the game. I'm a big soccer fan. So anybody who is, the soundtrack's a big deal because, it just pumps you up. And this song's all about moving and competing. And
Yeah, we gonna
booyah,
I'm
booyah.
gonna ask y'all more about, what the song is about and why. So tell us, who are the Domino Saints? Where are y'all from? What's the genre? What's going on?
Let's talk about connection with DC right now.
Yeah, well, so we're from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And we do, urban pop music, but what we do is try to blend stuff from the Caribbean, anything from like dance hall, reggae, reggaeton, Afro.
I hear all that.
And this song has a little bit of a Brazilian funk in it, with obviously, kind of like the reggae vibe, and that's always kind of like signature sign of us.
I think reggae is like the key element for us that kind of lets us like either give a more Latin sound or give a more Jamaican sound or whatever it is. We have a reggae element that kind of ties it together. I think the beautiful thing for us is that like Puerto Rico is like a big mix of cultures, but the music's definitely like all African background music. And like the whole Caribbean has that background. We studied music on the island, and they taught us, like me as a percussionist, I'm a drummer. They taught me like all the rhythms of every single island, like every single island. It's insane. And they're all kind of like, they all have their own little unique thing, but you can tell they're all like connected. So for us, we kind of like to vibe on each and on all of them, basically.
Yeah.
Why not?
Honestly, our music is to party. It's like we want to make people dance. When you come home from work and you're like stressed out, that you can play one of our songs and you're like, hey, like that's what we wanted. What we wanted to achieve with our music mostly.
Absolutely, that's beautiful. So who does the production and the writing?
Man, we both do.
So mostly we write all of our music, but we love collaborating, and we collaborate with amazing producers from all over the world. This track, BUYA, we did with an amazing producer from Puerto Rico called Gaby Metálico.
You've heard him from like Ozuna. He does a lot of Ozuna stuff. But before that, he was in a reggae band. He was in a reggae band called León de Judá, which was really, really famous. And the cool thing is, like, if you grew up in Puerto Rico like we did, I guess when Puerto Rico became part of the U.S., like eventually surfing, like the U.S. military brought like surfing to the island. There's great waves. And then like the surfing people, they started bringing like reggae bands to play in Puerto Rico. And obviously Puerto Rico already had like the salsa and all the very like Latin music, but it's got something similar to reggae, It's like
reggaeton,
yeah, that's where reggaeton comes from. A lot of people forget that it's come straight up from reggae, and dance hall. I mean, the Puerto Ricans used to jack all the dance hall beats, just cook them in Spanish. That's how it comes from.
They would cut the tape and loop it like at the beginning of a dance hall song and then start singing on it, and it got so bad that the Jamaicans stopped selling their records in Puerto Rico.
Wow. They were ripping them off.
That's like when we were kids. But the cool thing is they were doing a lot of parties there. And so it started, I guess, as like the classical reggae bands, like the Israel Vibrations and the Steel Pulses and the Black Uhuru. They would go play in Puerto Rico. But then like the younger guys, like the dance hall started coming to Puerto Rico. And I think that kind of helped really develop like the reggaeton style.
Okay. Who were some of y'all inspirations?
Oof.
Oh, like, man, I gotta say,
well, the Jamaicans and then the Puerto Ricans.
I mean, obviously, I think that Lauryn Hill was one of my biggest. The Fugees. I mean, and
that's
obviously,
my inspiration as well.
Yeah, I mean, who was? I mean, She's phenomenal. I mean, it's crazy.
Somebody doesn't know Lauryn Hill. I'm like, what?
Yeah, right. It blows my mind. I'm like, like, you don't know music, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, and then that when you kind of like fuse it with Celia Cruz, you know, who's a huge salsa singer.
Cuban.
And, you know, we grew up listening to Celia. At least for me being a woman, you know, my inspiration is like Celia Cruz. But also, you know, like
70s, right? 60s, 70s artists, Celia Cruz.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's really cool you bring that up because, like, we always talk about like how does it represent like the Caribbean? There's like an attitude in the youth music, right?
Yes.
And even though we're like on the Spanish island of the Caribbean, like when we've been to Jamaica and we felt it was like the same. Like it was like the language changed, but it was like the same vibe. There's kind of like a rebellion to everywhere else because you're on the island, so everything's like a different vibe.
Island life is a totally different like time frame, like mindset. You know, like I don't know if you ever been to Puerto Rico or any of the islands, and you know that there's no time there, and things are done very differently, and you know, and it was amazing growing up.
Anyway, time is imaginary anyway.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly what, especially now with COVID. I mean, what is time? I mean,
come on now.
What happened with this year, yo? That's crazy. But yeah, so yeah, man, and I would say, obviously, like they were saying, like Sean Paul and all these great, you know, dancehall artists that we heard growing up are amazing.
Up to date, we depart them. Can't give up with no trends, we report them. In time, we no card them. But she fight the big booty queen, we report them again.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, Paul. So tell me a little something. Why the music industry? Why this career? Why pushing through with this? Yeah.
It calls you, man. It calls you. Like I started as a kid that could play drums, and I ended up like there was like I remember in church there was like these rules, right? You had to take this course, this like super long course to be able to be allowed to play in the church band. And one day they had a rehearsal, and I showed up to play, and like I was just there. The other guy didn't show up, so can you do the rehearsal? And then, like, after that, it was like, hey, dude, you're playing, like, every day. I was like, hey, but I didn't take the course. And they're like, dude, screw the course, bro. We need you to play. And then after that, it's always been, like, it calls you. Like, every time we think to ourselves, wow, we're still doing this, and we've been doing this a while. How does this always kind of continue? And it's always because, like, there's just another gig, another festival, someone else likes your music, so it's really cool.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I come from a musical family. My dad, my mom, my brother, they're all musicians. So it's kind of you're born into it, and honestly, it's my passion. I've tried to do something else.
Come on now.
I've tried, to do a 9 to 5, and honestly, I'm not good at it. Okay, I'm just not good. I was born
to what I know, right?
To do music, and the way I express myself is through art, and it's like we're from that side of the head, from the brain. Like, we don't get the So yeah, man, this is what I love to do and what we love to do, and it's like for me, there's not another option. It's just music. When you are an artistic person and you're creative, all you care about is creating, and as whether for us, it's like we've had to hustle and struggle, but at the end of the day, you're still doing what you love. It's not about the fame and the money, even though everybody wants that. I mean, and amen. I mean, money can come, and I'm good, yes. But but you know what I mean. It's like
yes, it's not right. Yes,
but it is about just really loving what you do.
Yeah. So what pushes you all forward? Like in this quarantine, what's pushing you all forward to? Because I mean, you dropped a hot single in quarantine. Like, what's pushing you forward?
I think honestly, it's
right. Like
for me, it's like a personal devotion to believing that the message of our music helps certain people that need to hear it.
Yeah.
That's it. It seems like a calling, and like that's always the motivation to keep doing it, because there's this thing like it's like a service. It's selfless. And not everybody can reach that high and pull something down that'll heal people, And so if you're there, you're there and you don't want to pull it down, man, like, are you really doing what God asked you to do?
One of the most amazing things that has happened through this pandemic for us has been that maybe in another circumstance, people wouldn't even discover your music. Everybody's too busy, you know. Everybody's got their life and the kids and the work. But now everybody's stuck at home. I feel that people gave time for art, you know. They were discovering music. They were discovering new things, you know. And honestly, when we thought about dropping our first album, imagine our first album mid a pandemic. I mean, it's insane. I mean, like, we were like thinking, what are we doing? This is insane. But you know what? When we started seeing the comments from people like, oh, I discovered your music during my quarantine, you know, stuck at home, my kids, you know, I heard you in a playlist. I heard your video on YouTube and all that stuff. That just means like, hey, man, like, and I saw these messages like, oh my God, your music just escaped me to this little island on my favorite beach, you know, and took me out of my house. And that's what it's all about, you know. It's about, you know, that moment where you can transport people to their favorite location with your music. You know?
I was like, I think I'm in Venezuela. Calm down.
Yes.
El Caribe. Yo, Amara La Negra is here. Just wanted to say hi to her.
Hey, baby girl, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah.
So okay, so the music during quarantine. So like, I mean, BUYA. What does BUYA mean? Because what I know BUYA to mean, Martin.
Like if I say una BUYA, everybody's gonna be like, wow. You know, it's loud. So like we always thought about like well, we wrote a couple songs to submit for this opportunity with FIFA, you know, and I'm a big soccer fan. Like my family's originally Colombian. I was raised in Dior.
FIFA's using the song. FIFA's using the song.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the game.
Congratulations.
Thank you. By the way, they're doing a huge festival this Thursday, October 1st. And we're going to be part of that lineup. And we're talking about artists like Dua Lipa, Major Lazer, Anita.
How were they doing? Oh, Anita. Oh.
Yes.
Tame Impala, Domino Saints, Buju Banton.
Yeah, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. Check it out. Check out. You can go to our socials. A whole flyer is there. So basically, we're streaming. Each person streaming through their channels. So subscribe to our channel, everybody.
We're
so
on
you can
it. 4:30. Be there at 4:30 on our channel, please.
And we got some really cool things. So thinking about that, so BUYA, like
BUYA, literally.
I want to talk about BUYA. So in our culture, in Latin culture, you know how people talk a lot, you know, like you know, so it's talking. You can make all the noise you want, but at the end, the best is the one who wins, you know. So it's like BUYA, BUYA. It's like you can make all this noise, but at the end, the best is the best. So that's what it's talking about.
Culturally,
and I think for us, it's like,
culturally, I know that as from Martin. Martin used to say "booyah" all the time, like, you know, "booyah" like in your face.
Exactly, like "booyah."
Yo, okay, I appreciate this even more.
actually, like, it was really cool because one of the things they asked us to do when we wrote the song was like, hey, give this your best. Like, what do you want to give to the like soccer community? And like for me, like honestly, soccer is kind of like in Latin America and also like in Europe, you know, that culture is actually what helped create like the music culture that we live in, like the reggae culture, the rock culture, the rude boy culture. Is transmitted from soccer. It was the English like Navy that took soccer to all these places in the world, including the Caribbean, including South America. So we have that thing that kind of like bonds it together. And I think that's what's happening with Afrobeat and dancehall and reggaeton. They all kind of have this reggae thing that soccer's a part of. And so for us, it was really cool to be able to make a song. We talked to Gabi Metálico because he works with Ozuna. He has such a very big urban sound. And we said, you know what, we got to do a big Latin urban song, but we also have to think about this is for soccer. So we went with a Brazilian funk because we wanted like, you know,
that World Cup kind of feel. Like
Brazil's Brazil, man. So they deserve that too.
That is awesome. Wow. I love how you guys combine the culture, how you give back to the community. Like, I love that there's some depth in your sound. Because I mean, when you think of urban and you hear pop, you like, hold on, what's that about, right? But I love how you are making sure that the culture transcends and it expands and it's out there. And I appreciate that you're a percussionist so much, yo. Like,
yeah, man.
DC, we about that drum. We about that trumpet. So
Yeah, well,
I mean, the entire world is about that
African
drum beat, girl.
And I want to talk about
okay.
DC has a band that I kind of grew up listening to, because when I in this like really young rebellious phase, like I was a young kid. The first drum set I got, you know, the easiest thing to play is also like really crazy rock and roll, you know, and then when you start playing more Latin stuff, it gets really hard, and obviously that's really cool. But I'm still a rocker at heart. I always have been. And one of the most crazy bands is from DC. I'm a huge fan. They're called Bad Brains.
Oh, I heard of Bad Brains. Yeah.
Man,
yeah,
Bad Brains is like, and they play like reggae and hardcore music, you know, and
oh, that's fire.
And they have a really cool like African American and Jamaican descendancy. They're from DC. But like when I was a kid, that was one of the bands that was like, wow, these people are doing something completely different, you know? So I guess I realized that we wanted to admire people that were going to make like their art be a statement to be themselves, to have their own sound. Because a lot of people can
be original here. We have to
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So like who do you guys want to collab with?
Oh man.
I mean, it's so wide because still to this day I think we collab with people like
good artists.
People,
I think
people,
that you know, like when they ask that question, it's like, wow, I got so many people I want to collab with. I mean, it's crazy, you know, because I feel like we love making music. So whoever is down, we want to make music with them. But obviously, we got our. I mean, if I'm ever collab with Lauryn Hill, I would die. I mean, like,
girl, you better call me. Don't you leave me out. I'll come after you. You better call me.
I mean, that would be a dream come true. I'll be like, girl, like, oh my God, you know, it's like she's my idol, and you know, like these are all these amazing artists, but obviously upcoming artists. I mean, we would love to do something with Sean Paul. I mean, he's a legend.
Just give me the line.
Yes.
Daddy Yankee, why not? I mean, Daddy Yankee would be amazing to do something with Daddy.
But you know what? Well, I like new people, reggae artists. I like Conscience. I like Chronic. That kid's really good. There's a girl named Coffee, she's amazing. There's
Steph London.
Steph London's amazing. And her boyfriend is
Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. That guy kills it, man.
His music is fire. So.
And then honestly, I really like Wizkid is amazing, and this other guy actually named Pato Ranking. Pato Ranking has really dope music, and his lyrics are really spiritual and beautiful, and actually I've really appreciated his music because it's lifted me up in this quarantine, you know, and that's something that means a lot to us. I've been telling everybody this out of you know, when you receive a good message and it helps you get through a hard time. It's about controlling your mind, right? Yeah. And like someone told us, hey, there's a quarantine, but remember Shakespeare wrote his best stuff in a quarantine. He wrote Macbeth in a quarantine. He wrote King Lear in a quarantine. So are you gonna let this just kind of like destroy your sense of power and of motivation, or are you just gonna man up and like, you know, like get down and not waste the time?
Wow, I love that mindset. Yeah.
Well, in that time is when we got to write BUYA, and now we're doing this huge FIFA thing, and that's amazing. I'm so happy that this is happening. I mean, I never thought one Thursday we're doing a show and Buju Banton's on it, and Anita and Major Lazer and Dua Lipa.
And it's like, and when you see your name in that rundown, it's like, oh my God, for real. You know, like, is this really happening?
That's congratulations.
You know, I think those are the blessings that, you know, blessings that come that you're not expecting. And honestly, 2020 has been kind of shitty, but at the same time, it's been good.
Talk about it.
But it's been good. I think it's a blessing in disguise, and we all got to see the good in it, because I think we're all going to come out so strong and so focused and like mature. And like ready for everything. Like we want to take over the world.
We're all maturing, I think. I think every human in this case has had to evaluate what really matters. I mean, that's why like oil companies are scared, because now we all want to really genuinely fix the environment. You know, we've been through some shit. We realized if it wasn't us like causing this unbalance, Mother Nature wouldn't be trying to kill us right now. You know?
We got to
So,
protect.
so if we're not willing to change,
Yeah.
you know, how can we expect anything to change?
Come on. Come on. That's what quarantine is about right now. Putting that pause button and going within.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally.
Like, what are some notes that you all would give to uprising artists right now who are on their grind? Because DC Music Summit is about empowering artists, their business, getting them on their grind. We want artists to be sustained and find sustainability. What are some ideas, some notes and things that you have?
Hey man, there's a phrase, it's super oversaid, maybe even cliche, but it's so true, man. It's like anything is possible. And it's like, and it's all, and it never, you know what the part they never say is that it's not easy. Like anything is possible, but you gotta sweat it.
Yeah,
you gotta hustle. And you just gotta like be beyond go beyond the negativity. Cause there's so many people that just want to pull you down, or they want to say things so you don't grow. And it's like, you just gotta like get rid of the noise and tune into your own frequency and be like, yo, let's do it. This is what I love. And what I was saying before, whether I have fame or money, but if it doesn't come, I'm still doing what I love. And that should be the focus, what it is. Because when you do what you love, you're going to be the best at it, you know?
Hello. Get in your bag. Get in your bag. Yo. So like right now, if you guys could be quarantined with any artists right now, like to work with who would you be quarantined with?
Probably like Pato Ranking or like Wizkid or Burna Boy or something like that.
Okay.
Because I think we're on to something like for example, we work a lot with DJ Blas in Puerto Rico, and he's a pioneer of reggaeton. I think because he listens to what's happening, he identified what was cool that was happening in dancehall. He took the sounds and he kind of made his own reggaeton library of sounds based on that. And then he gave that shit away to all the kids on the street so we could all make beats. So I think that's really dope of him. But those beats made it all the way to London, and they made it all the way to Lagos. And the kids in Nigeria, a lot of them built their Afrobeat beats with Blas's samples. And so that kind of made us feel like, wow, you know, it's
full
like
circle,
it's a full circle now, because we're doing African music in the Caribbean basically, and to kind of, but we were doing it, you know, now we're using beats and synthesizers, and we're not like, I mean, I'm a drummer, I miss the drum set being a part of everything, you know. Now it's just some dude making a beat, but that's life, you know. We just get more modern, and technology changes how we do stuff. So
but do we have to really leave that out in your performances? Do you?
No.
Live, we always have a drummer.
Check it out this Thursday. We're playing with a live band. Live band dancers, the whole shebang. Yes. So please,
I told you
Thursday.
This was Drum City. I told you this was Drum City, DC.
And we're like, we're excited that like, well, talk about dreaming big, right? So we live here in Miami now, and being a soccer fan, we found out a couple years ago that David Beckham got this franchise to make a team. And so we were like, wow, man, that's so awesome. And I remember telling Gigi, like, yo, we're going to do something with that team. Like, there's no way I live here and we're not going to do something with that team. And that won because Miami didn't have a soccer team. I can't believe that MLS has been around 25 years and Miami didn't have a soccer team. But so anyway, fast forward, you know, when we find out where we got the song in the game, we call the team up and we're like, yo, do you guys want to collab? Rick made it happen, man. And they decided that they were like, yo, we can give you some players for the music video. So we got the team in the music video. They're supporting the song. It's all about soccer. They want to use the song as well. And they let us use their stadium for the live performance. So on October 1st, we're like the first people using the stadium. So we're really excited about that. And we're going to be streaming live from Inter Miami Stadium.
We're out here winning.
Winning.
How does it feel like? Does it feel like it's been a long road and I'm here? Or tell me more about that.
Man, it feels beautiful. It feels like, you know, just God's plan is perfect.
It feels like a journey.
Come on, I feel like come on now.
I feel like we've been through the Iliad, you know, like it's been
the Odyssey.
The Odyssey, you know, and it's been a long journey, but at the same time, we've seen how we've grown so much, and we met amazing people in the way that now we're collaborating with, you know, they're part of our team, and they made us better human beings too, you know, because
I think so. I think we did. Like, maybe it wasn't Odyssey. Maybe we did piss off the gods with our pride, and
maybe
and we had to go through all this shit. But you know what? It's been amazing. It's made us better at making music, and it's made us proud to make the music we want to make, and like not feel like for example, I guess maybe at first we felt like if we had an opportunity we couldn't turn it down. You know, now at least we feel like, you know, if it's not for us, it's not for us, you know.
But I think the most important thing, what our biggest goal of all this that we're doing is that we really want to bring people together with music, man. That's something that Bob Marley always did, and we admire so much that he brought so many different cultures, people, mindsets together through music, and that's what we want to do, and that's our mission in life. That it's not about, it doesn't matter where you come from, what music you like, what political party you're from, that when you play a song and everybody's vibing to it, we all forget about that nonsense, you know, and we just come all together. It's about that moment. And I believe that after this whole pandemic thing, we're all going to be in that, well, we're all partying together, listening to a live concert. You know, we're all going to forget all the stupidity and the nonsense, and we'll be just vibing, being in the moment and enjoying life to the maximum. So
I miss loud sound. Yeah. Like, and talking about what you said, you know, one good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain, you know? But maybe that's something, like when you're standing in front of big speakers, you're at a concert and you feel like there's a band playing, you know, that also, you know, you release a lot of energy. I feel like if we don't have those things, it sucks. Like, I want people to at least hook up the phone to their stereo when they hear our live stream, you know, so at least they feel like, you know, they're listening to it loud. But, you know, doing everything through the cell phone obviously is never going to be, it's the sound, like the sound moves you, man.
I think you guys are saying the right story. Like, we gotta heal. We gotta heal so we get through this pandemic and we can get back out there and with the people. Because I was like, you know, 15 people, man. I'm used to turning up. We got
Yo, you want to go crazy? You want to hear the for us as musicians? I mean, the virtual world is cool, but you don't hear the crowd. You know, you're just looking at your phone.
You don't feel it
unless you're not looking at your phone and looking at the likes. You don't really know if people are vibing to it or not. You know? It's crazy. It's like you finish a song and it's like, okay, you know, like
I have a friend here. Actually, he went to school in DC, but my friend he made this software called Mixed in Key, named with Jakov, and everybody uses that stuff for DJ. Mixed in Key is like really dope. But anyway, he is like super careful with his ears. So we go out like to clubs here in Miami and stuff, and he puts on like, he has these special earplugs, and like it, you know, he can be in a really loud club and kind of like not hurt his ears and everything. And I'm thinking like, you know what? I kind of miss the hurting ears right now, man. Like I want to be someplace where it's so loud that I'm just like,
ears bleeding.
What? Yeah. You know, there's one thing I told people. I tell my friends that they're like, yo, like they're gonna open a club or something. They're like, what do you recommend? And I recommend, it's like, yo, make that place loud as shit and dark. Because you know, take away the, like, block out certain senses, so all you get is music, and when all you get is beat, you start dancing. So if it's like loud and you can't barely see shit, you stop caring about what people think of you, and you start moving like you don't care, you know. And then if it's so loud that you can't really have a conversation, well then all we can do is move
and dance.
So all right, man, that's how it works. You know?
That's right. What do y'all what do you see in your near future? What you got going? I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer, but what do you see in this near future? I mean, y'all turning up music.
Man, I want to get on the road, man. I want to start touring. I want COVID to be over. But
we just right now everything is like, thankfully, you know, we got good things going on. We have this, the official video of BUYA is also going to be after our performance on Thursday.
Okay.
So check it out. Thursday, 5 p.m. We're going to be in our channel for the FIFA Festival. Okay. And after that, we actually have another song coming out in another game. It's called The Sims. Whoever plays those games.
Okay.
You know,
You like the build 'em up games, like
yeah, one of
okay,
those.
okay.
But now it's not like just a build up game, and now it's kind of like you create a character and you create his life. It's like you're living your life through the little character, and it's a world. It's pretty cool, man. It's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, so we got that going on, and I mean, and besides that, I mean, we haven't stopped writing and all this. I mean, I think we've written enough to do like 3 albums right now. And at the moment, you know, we're just waiting for this whole thing to end so we could, because everything is in a question mark right now, you know.
Yes,
we had a tour planned all over the U.S. It got canceled, and so right now we're just like, you know, I got my shoes on, I'm ready to go. Just open the door, you know.
That's it. That's it.
So that's pretty much. I know a lot of artists in the same situation that we're just waiting for that green light to just be like, bah! You know, let's get out of here. Come on.
Right. That's right.
So,
wow.
but at the moment we keep writing music, and you know, we're actually working on an interesting, like, a more bilingual project, because with this song BUYA, what we're trying to do is like we want to do like a more bilingual Anglo album.
I love that.
So we're working on that too. Yeah. So yeah, man, whatever this year brings and lets us bring, you know. BUYA, and if not 2021, we're coming hard.
BUYA's like almost all in English, actually. It's funny because it's like on all the Latin playlists, but like there's only one part in Spanish in the whole song.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
so I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
so, yeah, but I think we like to mix it up, and I think actually we had a big blessing this year because putting out our first album, Island Kings, we got to do, like, honestly, we felt like we needed to put out whatever we felt like doing. Yes. We had been in labels before, so we had done all the singles and stuff like that, and a couple EPs. But like the album had to be ours, like no one else involved, and we put together like whatever we felt and just dropped it, and it's opened so many doors for us in the middle of quarantine. So I never thought that in the middle of quarantine we could say that we did the Super Bowl show, we dropped our first album, and now we're doing the whole FIFA 21 soundtrack.
Wow.
During the quarantine, so I can't wait till it's over.
So you guys signed now, or are you indie now?
We're indie, completely indie.
Yeah,
we're all about it. We are all about the indie life, you know, taking control of our creativity, being in control with our sound, and doing whatever the hell we want. Honestly, that's what we love, and
that's working for us.
And I recommend that. I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's harder because you got to do a lot of things that you wouldn't have to do because, you know, if you're in a label, but I always recommend that to newer artists. Just like go indie, man, and just really develop your sound and go out there and just do whatever the hell you want. Like if you want to drop 3 singles in a month, do it. You know, it's like,
but go hard.
That's
hard. The thing, though. If you're gonna be indie, you got to realize that like the level, the standard doesn't drop because you're indie.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fans don't care, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that, for example, we've done festivals where you know, huge artists are playing, like Osuna's playing, and he's got his whole band. And I know that, you know, he's a bigger artist, but you know what? I'm bringing my whole band too. Why? Because I know that the fans don't know. They don't know who gets paid more. No, they just know that these dudes killed it, and that dude killed it. Yeah. Therefore, they're on the same level. You know what I'm saying? And I think that at the end of the day, it's about the music, and it's about going hard. Because if you're gonna compare yourself with anybody, you gotta bring it.
Yeah.
You know,
only with the best. You know,
only with the best. Don't ever think of if you're from this city, you gotta think of the whole world, man.
Yeah. Oh, interesting fun fact. Okay. So I was actually born in DC.
Ba, ba, ba.
What? We got a native. A native going global. We got a native going global.
Yeah.
We got big love for you. That's what I'm talking
about. Yo, you know, can't believe it. So yeah. So my parents were studying at Peabody. Peabody, you know, School of Music over there, and they had me. I was born in June, and then winter came, and they were like, peace, I'm out. I can't deal with this weather.
So you by way, you DC by way of wherever, but we gonna show you love. You keep keep showing us love, keep telling the world.
Technically, Gigi could be elected president of the United States.
I mean, in theory.
I can't because I was born. It's funny that you said Venezuela because it's funny. I was born in. My parents are from Colombia, but they moved to Venezuela, and they had me there. And then 6 months later, they moved to the U.S. and finally PR. So in a sense, Gigi and our story is kind of the same. Like we both were born somewhere else and ended up on the island and just kind of grew up there. Obviously, we have family there and everything, and it's been a journey, like, you know, traveling the world and doing what we love to do.
What a blessing. What a blessing.
Yeah, man.
And you let the people know where to find you and where to get BUYA.
So, well, check us out. Oh, yeah, and check us out at Domino Saints everywhere. And this Thursday, don't please put it in your calendar where we have this live performance for the FIFA event that's going on, you know, with Dua Lipa and all these freaking crazy, you know, lineup. Yeah. Go to our, you guys can go to our feed. That's where, you know, have all the information, but check us out.
It's backwards.
World premiere.
Okay.
Come
it's
on
backwards.
Y'all go to their page right now.
Yes.
Go get them tickets. Go over that world
Yes,
premiere.
and please subscribe to our YouTube channel because that's where you're going to be able to see the concert. So you subscribe, you get the notification, and you guys are ready to go. And it's going to be fire, guys. We're going to be in the Inter Miami Stadium. Doing a live performance.
Wow.
It's going to be out of control. Our first performance in like 7 months. So, you know, we're going to give it our all, you know.
Yes. And check this out.
Miami Heat and all. We're ready.
FIFA 21 world premiere. Dua Lipa, Anita, Diplo, Tame Impala, Bantu, Buju Banton. I'm just thinking of a couple that I can. Domino Saints, Dylan Frazier, Walla, Low Island. Yeah, there's a lot of great artists, so check it out.
And and right after the performance, we're premiering the official video of BUYA, which is out of control. It's one of my favorite videos so far. I can't wait till you guys see it. It's crazy. It's got that energy. I don't know. You just gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
When is that dropping?
Right after the performance.
Yeah, literally like the performance. Part of the just during the performance. Stay tuned, and you're gonna watch the video.
We're so excited here at DC Music Summit. We're excited we can't wait to have y'all back.
Hey, thank you.
So dope. Y'all are a dope vibe, dope energy. Thank you for coming here, being yourself, doing you, being indie, showing us love, and, you know, creating that world vibe, yo. We really, really appreciate y'all.
No, thank you so much, guys, for having us. You're amazing, man. I love your vibe, too. Super cool vibes. Thank you for believing in music. Thank you for supporting music. Thank you for supporting people like us, you know.
Absolutely.
And it really means a lot to us. And we'll be talking. I'll be there in DC, girl.
Okay.
No, we got a part. Whatever. Is it open? I heard DC's open.
DC's open.
DC's
open.
Okay.
This is where you met. Where you met.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Is that BUYA? Is that
yeah,
BUYA?
let's put it on. Play.
Yeah.
They call me a killer, but I would just say I'm focused. Sound like a pillar, on top of you like a locust. Don't play around, I'm bound for pound. You heard me say I'm with it. BUYA, BUYA, ain't gonna get your win.
BUYA, hey.
If you play out there, will come your way.
BUYA,
BUYA, ain't gonna get your way.
We here with Domino Saints. Oh, y'all too much fun. We gonna turn up.
En la calle gritando mi nombre, tu patito que nadie te responde. Estoy tan duro que no hay que se fronde. Tengo comiendo más grande que un cabrón en monte. Activo yo sangre de los campeones. Yo soy el mejor de las razones. No subo una gota que cae millones. Ya en la calle.
It's your girl, Dior. So proud to have y'all. Can't wait to have y'all back. We're gonna keep
Thank you, guys.
We're gonna let everybody know what's up with BUYA. Get that BUYA right now.
BUYA.
Right here.
Thank you, guys.
Go.
Love you, girl.
Love y'all. Be good. Love and peace.
Yes.
Yo, y'all, that was so dope. Oh, can y'all see me? Oh, come on, IG. All right, there you go. Yo, interview was so dope. It's your girl, Dior Ashley Brown. So proud to give y'all the DCMS takeover. We out here to empower musicians and industry professionals because we need to have an awesome market where indie artists can empower themselves and sustain. Make sure you follow us at DC Music Summit. We've got the website dcmusicsummit.org. We're going to do DC Music Summit Online Conference 2021 next year in the spring. It's your girl, Dior Ashley Brown. Love y'all so much. See you soon. Love and peace. Domino Saints, it was lit.